Today on the channel, we're going to check out Mattel's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Cartoon Collection Leech. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich Hansel, and today we are going to look at Leech from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Cartoon Collection, which is unfortunately winding down, it appears. We did get a lot of figures up on my shelf right here. That's not all of them. I think there's 8 more coming, 7 or 8 more. But this is one getting close, nearing to the end. We didn't get them all, but I guess, I don't know, maybe they didn't sell good, or I don't know why, but I fell in love with them. I didn't get into the origins because I got into collecting so late that they was pretty much done with them by the time I started collecting. So, and in the middle of my collecting, they started this cartoon collection. I thought, well, what a better way to get into He-Man than right at the beginning, and then they kind of shut the door on it. But let's go ahead and look at this packaging. You get your 40 years of She-Ra right here. We are celebrating 40 years of She-Ra. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe logo right there. You get a picture of Hordak, 6 years of age, and over there it says Leech, Evil Master of Power Suction. We get the blister here, got the awesome Leech figure. You get the cartoon collection there. Mattel logo right there. That is it. On the back side, we get Princes of Power, and it says as seen on Into Etheria. So this is going to be an episode of She-Ra, Princes of Power. And it says modernizing and celebrating the original 80s She-Ra, Prince of Power animated series. So if you want to see this episode of She-Ra, I'll see if I can find it. It's probably on YouTube. But if it is, I will put a link to this episode right here so you can check out Leech. Cartoon collection logo there. Here we go. We can get to see what our Leech character will do, or figure will do. Hands and feet stick to smooth surfaces. All right. And our cross-sell here is Faker, Leech, and Katra. Warnings, copyrights, labels, recycling information down here at the bottom. And that's it. That is it. I am going to take him out of the bottom. How I do all of these figures, I kind of make a trap door at the bottom. Two cuts down either side of this. You try not to cut into his plastic coffin in there, so you can have something to grab hold of. But if you do, it doesn't absolutely hurt the trap door much. All right, I think I have it. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So here is our trap door right here. Now I keep all my packaging. That's why I just don't rip this off and just throw it away. I do keep all my packaging. I will pop him back up in here. Now he looks like he may be a little harder to pull out of here, but all of these, I have all of their packaging still, and here sooner than later, I will be packing them all away and putting my horror figures out, which I've already started. I got some Friday the 13th down there. I have some Universal Monsters NECA up here, so I'm trying to fill this up with my spooky season decor or figures, which is for me September 1st to October 31st. I will unbox exclusively horror figures. So that's why the sudden change back here in my backdrop. All right, so back to this guy. We will grab his plastic coffin right here and just pull it down, and there you go. Easy as that. You do have your comic book in there. I guess we should probably pull this comic book out. So there you go. That's your inside. You have your Castle Grayskull there. you can see it a lot better, the mouth of that. All right, we will set that out of the way. Here is our comic book. It does have directions. Now, all these figures here are interchangeable with each other. Now, I have noticed, though, that female figures do not interchange with male figures. But all the shaded area right there is what is removable, and you can put it on your male action figures like He-Man, Man-at-Arms. Again, this will not fit on your Teela's or any of your female figures up here, which there is a few. All right. And here is that comic book. And it is called Onslaught to Snake Mountain. And it has Catcher on the cover. Looks really good. He-Man right there. I haven't read all of these, but there's your art that's on the inside of those. Pretty cool that they give us them. They don't have to. I don't know if these will ever amount to anything, but we have it. Set that to the side. Now here is Leech in his plastic coffin. All right. So we do have an accessory, and we'll check out that first. It is a little gun. Now, this, I'm sure, was seen in that episode, Into Etheria, I believe it was called. But it is going to be Leech's weapon, I'm sure, to strap onto his back or his arm or something. I'm not sure. I don't see... He obviously isn't going to be able to hold it with his suction cup hands. So I'm not sure where this is going to go. Maybe we'll inspect that once we get him out of the package. But yeah, a laser gun of some sort. All right, we will cut the ties off the back of him, wrists and ankles. As always on these cartoon collection figures. All right, I think that's got it. So we will grab Leech by his suction cup foot, pull him up, and Leech has been resurrected. There he is. There's his plastic coffin. We'll get that out of here. And he's a fairly big figure, it feels like. A lot bigger than our other ones. All right. Let's take a look at his articulation. Head looks up pretty daggone well. A lot better than most of our action figures. Look at that. A lot of movement there. All right. Head, of course, we saw is going to be removable. And you should be able to pop that onto He-Man's head or Skeletor's head or whoever you want. Shoulders go all the way around. He's got that single hinge on that shoulder. So he doesn't get a lot of good stretch there, but a little bit. He's got single jointed elbows that do rotate. Now the suction cup does spin all the way around, but there's no articulation on it as much as a hinge or anything. So those are just on there like that. We have a waist that goes all the way get around. Again, everything's removable. You could put the top of Leech on the bottom of He-Man. We have decent splits there. There is a ball joint on there, I believe, yeah. So he has single jointed knees, and they do twist also. He's got an upper boot cut, and again, his feet are the same as his hands. There's no hinge on there, but they do spin around, but you really don't need to. Now, this is not smooth. This is just it does have a little roughness to it, so I don't think he's going to. Oh, there he goes. He did stick there for a second. But let's take a look at him. Big old mouth on this guy. I'd like to see that mouth be articulated, that jaw. He's got black and red eyes, sharp teeth. You can see his tongue in there. This is a cool figure here. Is this the best cartoon collection figure we have? Other than his hands don't do any moving, but man, they have them suction cups. He's got a kind of a teal legs and arms and head. His shirt is green, has the Hordak sign right there on his chest, yellow on his shoulders, yellow belt, black boots, black trunks there. Pretty daggone intimidating looking. He's got these little red dots on each side of his bicep, outer bicep. Man, I like it. I do like it. Now, here is our our ray gun. And again, we're going to have to watch this episode, I believe, to see how this is going to work, because I hate to snap that on his wrist and then break it. But this gun here is, I'm not sure, but notice the handle will fold in and out. I guess we can go ahead and get down Hordak, since he's a henchman of Hordak. There you go. There is Hordak. And he is a much bigger figure than Hordak. Yeah. But not bad. I do like it. Leech, unfortunately, like I mentioned, this line is going to the wayside. They're starting a new He-Man Masters Universe line. I doubt if I'll get into it, but you never know. I think I'm just going to end my He-Man endeavor with what cartoon collection I have. A little bit disappointing, but I do get to save a little money or get into another line, whether it be DC or something like that, or maybe another G.I. Joe line, maybe the 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joes. I don't know. Or I can just save it all for horror. But that's going to be it. Thank you all so much for watching. For Mattel, for Hordak, for Leech, for He-Man Cartoon Collection. Till next time. Oh, yeah.